This episode is brought to you by ElevateOS, the only all-in-one community operating system. ElevateOS transforms property management, combining resident engagement, reservations, rent payments, maintenance, and concierge services into a single super app. It also uniquely integrates access control, intercoms, package lockers, and thermostats, eliminating app fatigue and redefining modern apartment living. Visit elevateos.com/MMN for a free demo and see how they can help you level up your operations. To another episode of the Multifamily Collective. Today, let's talk about your MVP. That was a mouthful. Your most valuable player on your property management team. Who is your MVP? And my imagination tells me that if you're asking that question, you probably are already potentially behind the curve as it relates to running your property management business. If your MVP is an individual, you're likely behind in terms of performance. And the otherwise obvious punchline is that it really does take a team to run a property management business. It takes a team to run a property. It takes a team to lease apartments. It takes a team to do all the administrative work as it relates to that. Even if you're doing a lot of that with AI, it still takes a team to produce an outcome in the multifamily space. It takes an investment team to actually buy a property. It takes a group of analysts and asset managers to actually make sure that the business plan is being followed through with. It takes a group of operators to actually execute on the business plan to make sure that the property is operating as it's supposed to, as you sold it to an investor, as you sold it to a lender. So it's a team sport. You have to think about property management as a coach, like from a coach's perspective. You just think about this. If you're creating incentives for a property management company and you're sort of likening that to football. Let's say if you incentivize your quarterback with a bunch of bonuses predicated on passing yards or completions or touchdowns or whatever metric you choose, if the quarterback is the only person that you incentivize with bonuses, suffice to say that the line will potentially at some point stop blocking for the quarterback. The receivers will stop running their routes in a crispy way with tight lines and precision. If you get those incentives out of alignment, then the team loses. The quarterback gets hurt probably because his team members, it's not that they don't care, but they're just not in it like they would be if you were incentivizing them in a like-kind way. Or at least in a way that made sense as it relates to their particular position in the business. The big punchline is it is a team sport. Property management is a team sport. You have to manage and lead and inspire and pull motivation out of people in a way that is in alignment with vision, mission, values in your organization. And when you do that, and if you do it well and you celebrate well, in alignment with the incentives that you created, if you celebrate well as a team, you will win. You will achieve, you will accomplish the goals that you set out to accomplish, achieve the goals you set out to achieve. But you have to do it in a way that is team-oriented. It doesn't work any other way. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.